Hello, dear sisters. Today I am going to talk about doing good to our husbands. And lately, a verse from Proverbs 31 has been on my mind. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. And as I was meditating on that verse, a thought came to me, which is simple but at the same time profound in its simplicity, that doing good to our husbands should be our constant business, should be our goal and our pursuit. And doing good to our husbands consistently springs from having our husband's happiness and the peace of mind in view constantly. In fact, doing good to our husbands should be our focus and our pursuit. And I want, my dear sisters, that you would ask yourself a question. Is doing good to my husband is my life's goal, focus, and pursuit? Am I focused on glorifying the Lord, on doing good unto my husband? This good that we do, which love is something that we do, is not capricious or based on our moods, meaning that when I'm in the mood of doing good, I do good, but if I'm not in the mood, I don't do good, but it is constant and permanent. And why is it constant and permanent? It's because so our husbands' hearts can safely trust in us. They can rely upon us and be at rest, knowing that we will not do evil unto them, but will constantly do good. This impulse to do good and drive to do good should be our general character. And how is that character built? By relying upon the Holy Spirit, by crying out on the Holy Spirit and asking Him to create that desire, to create that virtue within us, so we will constantly, continuously do good to our husbands. And if you pursue that virtue, you would be grateful to your husband. You will seek his interest. You would promote his honor and his glory. You would study his needs and anticipate them even before they arise. And you will help and support your husband. Such a woman can be trusted and can be an incredible household manager to your husband. And her husband is happy in her. She's a prudent manager. And I hope you are desiring to develop all those virtues in your life. Proverbs 31 woman is a useful woman. She's not a lazy woman. She's a useful woman unto her husband. And we all know that where else can our husbands run to for break, for help, for rest after a difficult day at work, except their wives? To you, my dear sister, he will run to you. Lately, I have been convicted by the Lord as he showed me that my husband has the lack of gain in a couple of areas of our life together, or particularly his life, because of not me being a dedicated helper in those areas. First area was keeping track of our grocery budget. And you would think it's such a simple, basic area, just to track your grocery budget. But at the same time, I was not diligently doing it. So my goal for this week is to track carefully our spendings in this area, be thrifty, and base our meals on what is in our garden. And we actually grew incredible garden this year by the glory be to the Lord, or what is in my pantry, and also do my freezer inventory and plan specifically a healthy summer menu based on those vegetables and fruits, whatever we grew in our garden. So all those things will actually bring more finances, which my husband will be able to use for ministry. It will bring better health, give better health to my husband, because he will be eating healthy meals and just from our garden, not sprayed with any pesticides. So all those things will contribute to for my husband to have gain instead of lack. Right now he's lacking because I have not been diligent pursuing those things. Another goal for me for this week to do good for my husband is to take over paying bills. And again, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't do it. I'm not really consistent. But this time I really want to free my husband from doing it, so I'll be pursuing that. And there are several other things that the Lord has showed me that I need to take over so I can free my husband to do work of the ministry or just rest. So, my dear sister, I want for you to ask yourself a question. Does your husband have the lack of gain in some areas? Does he lack something in some areas of his life because you have not stepped up and you have not been a faithful helper unto him? So ask yourself that question. Analyze, see. Does he lack in the financial area because of you? You have not been diligent with finances, or shopping impulsively, buying stuff that you don't need and just wasting precious resources that can go into your family, into advancement of the kingdom of the Lord? Or does he lack in the nutritional area, in the area of his health, because you have not been feeding him well? Or does he lack in the area of raising children because you as a mother, as a primarily caretaker of your children, you haven't disciplined them promptly whenever needed, you haven't trained them to be obedient at first command, so to say? So ask yourself those questions. What is your husband lacking? Where is he lacking? Are you there to fulfill those needs? You are the one who was meant to fulfill those needs. I am the one who was meant to fulfill my husband's needs. Make a list of those needs and start tackling them one by one. Don't get overwhelmed, because my head, to say the truth, is a little bit overwhelmed, because all of a sudden I notice several areas where I have not been diligent, so I will have to start working on them one by one. So start working and start doing your husband good all the days of your life. And I will see you next week, Lord wills. God bless.